everybody, thanks again for tuning in. Another week has passed and this is my 29th week pregnancy vlog. So I'm going to update you on what happened last week since officially I am now 30 weeks. 10 weeks to go. I can't believe it. It's going by so incredibly fast. Last week was pretty eventful, so stick around and watch this video if you want to see what baby and I were up to. So this week I officially got cleared of gestational diabetes and my glucose test came back normal, within normal ranges. Finally, it was kind of a process. If you've watched my previous vlogs, then you know I had to go through not only the 1 hour, the original, the 3 hour, and then I had to retest my fasting glucose, initial glucose, a second time because I was off the charts there, just slightly, by like 1 point or whatever. But yeah, so it finally came back and everything is all good. I think the range for the fasting glucose levels is something between like 30 and 90 or 99 or something. And I came back at 79, so I think that's what it was, yeah. So I'm all cleared of that, which is a relief. And I mean, it wasn't too big of a concern because I knew it would be able to be treated with monitoring and diet and, you know, maybe a little bit of bed rest, which couldn't be too bad. But I am just relieved that everything is all good and the testing has subsided until my next doctor's appointment, of course, when I have to probably get the whooping cough vaccination, which a lot of you guys commented on getting, and I have a friend who's a nurse who was like, yeah, definitely get it. It's the rise of whatever the virus that's going around is called. I can't think of it. Pregnancy brain. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do that, and then just the typical urine test because they test for protein in your urine to see if you are coming down with preeclampsia, which I guess you can develop from 20 weeks all the way to delivery, but it can rear its ugly head, I think, right around 37 weeks. So still on, you know, a little bit of ways from that, but no swollen feet yet, no swollen eyes or hands or anything, except the typical, you know, pregnancy swelling, and my rings are still off. But yeah, all is well. I got to travel back home to Colorado and see my friends and family who threw me an amazing baby shower. It was so awesome. It was at my parents' house and we got to just hang out, and I got to see cousins and relatives that I hadn't seen in a while, and we ate lasagna, which my mom cooked, and it was amazing, and there was a huge spread, a wonderful cake. It was just really, really cool to be back there and to celebrate our baby boy. We got a lot of great new things, clothes and gift cards, which is great to travel back to California with and do some shopping for him here. But other than that, yeah, it was just a really fun time to celebrate him. And if you want to see more about that, you can check out my Facebook page, and I'll have it all linked below, and there's a couple pictures on Instagram as well. So speaking of traveling, I got to experience for the first time having what in my mind is like a golden ticket. It's the blue pre-boarding medical pass, basically. I previously, as much as I travel, I primarily travel on United Airlines and Southwest, and I had been an A-list member on Southwest, and I still have status on United, but this last year I just didn't travel as much on Southwest, so I didn't hit my A-list status, which kind of sucks when you're used to it, at least. So go to the airport, and you know, LAX is always a hot mess, but my husband is so nice. He actually like walked me up to the check-in place and was like, here's her, you know, A-list card. He gave me his. But he has a name that could pass as a female's name, as do I. Have a male's name in France, apparently. But no, I used his card to get through the A-list line. Got through security, and it was really nice this time because when I went up to security, if you don't get TSA pre, or you don't have status, then there's just the normal line. But I walked up and he saw that I was pregnant, and he let me go through like the family line because security was kind of crazy. So that was super nice. And then when I got to the gate, I just went up to the gate attendants and I was like, hey, is there any chance that I can get a little bit more extra time? I'm 7 months pregnant. And without any questioning, they just hand you over the little medical blue pass, so which means that you get to board first, which is great on Southwest if you don't have status, because I was like in the late B's, so I wasn't going to get a very good seat. And I did the same coming back. So that's kind of a tip. Don't be afraid to ask. I mean, the worst they could say is no, but most likely they'll just be very kind to pregnant people. But I'm going to link below a great source. Babycenter.com has a list of all the airline restrictions as far as flying. I don't know if you'll be planning on doing a lot of traveling, but I'm going to be traveling through the rest of the month, so taking it pretty easy through July and obviously August. I can technically travel all the way up to 36 weeks or 37, yeah, 36 weeks, the end of July is when that would be, but I'm not going to be doing that. But I will link below kind of the rules and regulations that each airline has. And I don't know if you could tell, but I am a little bit out of breath, which is a symptom that has come back since the first trimester. Everything is so squished. It's pushing up and up and up and higher, and it's just like hard to breathe. And then that causes acid reflux, which I've experienced a few times, on top of the heartburn that has kind of been popping up at night mostly. But the acid reflux is just like, you feel like you're gonna burp, and then it isn't a burp, it's more of a verp, which is super sexy. And there's nothing you can do about it. So that's been a symptom. Other than that, my back is feeling a lot better. I'm sleeping with that heating pad, which makes all the difference. And I'm having a ton of energy, so continuing on with my prenatal yoga and doing, you know, some light walking and stuff while the weather is heating up, that is for sure. So staying active through that. I don't think I even said, baby is the size of a winter squash. I feel like he's a summer squash, but whatever. No, he is about 15 inches long, give or take. Weighs about 2.5, going on 3 pounds, which is kind of crazy to think about because, so my laptop is a 15-inch computer. So if he were stretched out, he's this long, which is quite long. And to think, like, I was born, I was 19 inches long, so that's only 4 more inches. And granted, they're, you know, in the fetal position, so from head to rump, it's a lot less. But I feel him kicking a lot more. He's doing the rolling kind of movements. It's really cool because my family and friends got to feel him kicking when I visited this last week. And it's funny. My dad and brother get freaked out, but it's so cute. But that's fun to get to feel him doing that more and more. Starting the 28th week, you start doing kick counts. And that is just where you count 10 kicks or 10 movements within the hour. And there's an app to do that, and it's pretty simple. He's so active, though, that when I start to do kick counts, he gets all 10 in like a minute. So he's definitely still active in the morning and in the evening. So going into my 30th week, which I officially am once this video goes up, I'm headed back to Colorado in about a week and a half after we head to Mexico, which is kind of our last hurrah as far as international travel goes before baby comes. With my husband and I, we're going to head down to Cabo, and then I head back to Denver where my wonderful girlfriends are throwing me another baby shower. So yeah, you might think it's a little excessive, but that just kind of is what happens when you live out of state and you still have great friends and family who want to celebrate times like these out of state. So I'm really excited about it, just to see all of them. A lot of them have kids, and it'll be great to just get some advice and all that good stuff and just catch up. So that's what's happening next week, so be sure to check out that vlog and get updated on my 30th week in Mexico. So hope you guys are all doing well, and also look out the end of this week for another video. I'm going to be talking about my 8 must-have items while you are pregnant. Now, these are my essentials, which I think are just irreplaceable and have gotten me through some crazy symptomatic times. So I think that you guys would enjoy them and find them very helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.